finally got serious. Why didn't I? That's my hip headphone. Okay. So, let's just start this out. It's about furries, right? Let's just start this out, right? Probably do a disclaimer or whatever. Okay, so, just a note. I didn't want to make this, but when you take truth and you splendor in your own ways, something has to be done. Alright, let's just start off by saying this, that I don't hate furries. Alright, I don't do that. I don't, dislike them, or heck, I have furry friends, I don't. That's not me. I don't hate the person. I don't hate, the fandom. I just, 4 years of being a furry taught me some things. And I just wanted to share them. Yeah, it's gonna feel like hate, obviously, because, fuck, it's here. If I'm in I'm in a fucking costume, bro. Like, of course it's gonna fucking feel like hate. Alright, it's just gonna, we're just gonna have to roll with it, okay? But, recently I've been trying to start the Furries versus Gamers War again. It's trying to start that. I was looking back at some of the things and I was like, I probably shouldn't. I mean, I get it, it's supposed to be the creative part. You're not supposed to hate furries and stuff. But, I was looking back and I was like, no. We shouldn't start that again. As much as I'd love to, I was looking and I was like, what stopped me from being a furry? I used to be a furry. 4 long years of being a furry. I had like 5 sonas, probably extra somewhere in there. Those years were, I met people that, I don't know, it wasn't the best. So, I came to make this video, get up some truth about being a furry. Now, let me just, set this straight. I have ADHD, I'm gonna ramble all over the place with this, but it's whatever. Second off, this doesn't describe every furry, but most of them. For most of them, I've seen almost all my friends. All of my friends. Like, all my furry friends, like, every single one of them would be like, yeah, that's true. Let's just stop. Let's just stop hiding and let's stop fucking, just face the truth. Why it's here. Alright, I suppose first thing to start off is, why I stopped being a furry, like I said back then. So let's start. So, I was an anti-furry. I was more of an anti-furry than a gamer, but, gosh dang it, why is it like this? I was more of an anti-furry than a gamer. I would watch furry content to spy for the gamers. It didn't go. let's just be honest. It didn't go according to plan. After a while of watching it, I fell down the anti-furry pipe. Yeah, it sucked. It sucked. Okay, it sucked. Okay, I hate it. But now I'm back, and I suppose it's. I remember these videos have said like, "Oh, I did it. It was true willpower. Like undying, the undying. Force myself to come back." No, no, that isn't what happened. All my time as a furry, I was constantly fighting myself. It was like it was a battle in my mind. And I was with Jesus, and I was like, "Get me out of this. I don't want to be here." And so he did. It took a while, but he did. And then when I did, I was like, "Oh my gosh, finally!" And I was like, "Yay! I did it." No, no. It was never I did it. No, no, no. No, I never did anything. I never did anything. Okay. It was all God, and I kept. I know these videos recently, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I did it. I simply furry. God did it. All right, let's just put it there. God did it for me. I think into that. I was. And some might say, "Oh, why'd you do it because of God?" Well, God didn't like it's complicated, but my plan wasn't for there, and I'm probably gonna quit gamer content as well because like God told me it was like back from now I was focusing on who I am. I was like, I'm not a furry, I'm not a furry. I would tell myself that, and I'm not a furry because I was free. I wasn't a furry anymore, and I was like, yay, I'm not a furry anymore. And I was like, I'm back to being a gamer. I was so focused on who I am, I had forgotten whose I am. I'm the child of God. That's whose I am. I am the child of God. And I was like, why did it take me this long? So, so let's say like my channel now, I'm gonna stop this gamer crap. But this wasn't because of hate I got or any other thing, because my block with God does not call to that anymore. And it never did call to that. So, even if I just gotta get rid of it, man, you know what I mean? I mean, I'll occasionally be like, it's been so long since this, but I never stop. I guess I should focus on SCP content, because, I mean, but, yeah. Alright, I suppose, what else was I gonna talk about? Oh, yeah, right. So, I just want to cover, I was going to do this. So, why? I mean, like, I hear it all the time. I hear it all the time. Anti-furries becoming friends. And I'm like, okay, like, they just drive by that, But when you break it down and you look at it and you're like, wait a fuck a minute, this doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. It doesn't make any sense. It seriously does not make any sense. Why, just riddle me this, why would the person that hates furries, they hate furries to their very core, become a furry? Just think about that. Think about that for a damn second. Why would they do that? If people say becoming a furry is a choice, it fucking isn't. Alright, now let me clear it out. So, first off, it is a choice. However, you can't fucking tell me nobody has an influence on it. You can't tell me this shit, man. Like, with how much shit we've seen, how much shit I have seen, you can't tell me that you be like, you can't tell me it doesn't have an influence on video. Obviously it does. Like, let me put a metaphor, alright? So, if you're outside, right, it's snowing like crazy, and you're like, I need to put on a coat. So you put on a coat and you go outside and you're like, holy shit, it's still cold. So you go back in and you put on like so many fucking coats and you go back outside and you're like, man, it's not cold anymore, right? And you just stay outside. Well, what's gonna happen? Eventually, you will get cold. Eventually, you'll be cold. Now, what does that mean? All right, that it means that your surroundings shape you. Your surroundings shape who you are. So if you're watching furry content, you're gonna be a furry. And we just graze by that. We're just like, bruh, like the years that you build up this hate for furries, right? And to speak from my own experience, you build up hate for furries, you watch furries, right? And then, like, what happens is, well, you see the furry, and then you get used to it. You're constantly just sitting there watching. It is not a choice, man. From this perspective, it is not a choice. Let's be honest, okay? Well, like I said before, like, once you become a furry, it's very hard to stop. Well, I never actually said that before on my channel. Okay, but anyway, it's very hard to stop. So calling it a choice just doesn't feel right to me. It just doesn't feel right. Like, it just doesn't feel right. Alright, but first off, let's just be honest. Like, the hate goes away. It's not an instant. It's not a choice. It's not an instant choose. It's over time. Over time, you just slowly lose that hate. Slowly lose it. And eventually, you become it. That's how it works. I went through the whole process. The whole damn thing. I became one, and for 4 years, I was furry. 4 years. I regret those times in my life, but and it's just, I know it's gonna scum off the hate. And honestly, like, bruh, like, I get it for anti-furries, right? They never became a furry, right? Because it's like saying, I don't like salad because and then you're like, I don't like salad. Why not? You just don't like it. But have you tried it? No. Well, that's what most anti-furries are. If I was a furry, I tried it for 4 years. I was full on using the emoticons and whatever personas, right? And yeah, it's probably gonna come out across as hate, but honestly, like, I'm not like those other anti-furries that are just hating for no reason. I'm hating because I used to be a furry. I'm hating because I have experience. It's just, I don't know, man. I don't know. And we just graze by the fact that, people who hate furries to the core become a furry. Furries are people. Anti-furries are people too. Equality, damn it. So, look, it isn't you. It isn't the furries, the anti-furries, the gamers. They are all people. Treat them with respect. They are still people. It's just the fact that there is so much misconceptions. So much. And I see it all the time. The furries are afraid to say it. Well, not afraid, but you know what I mean? Like, they're trying to, be like, oh, it's the fandom's so great, it's amazing. I just see that all the time. Like, no. I've been there, buddy. It has a lot more shit in it. But, yeah. It is very complicated. But, I don't know, it's a bunch, and I don't know. I mean, literally, it's like 9 o'clock at night. I was legit just looking there, and I was like, God told me to just make, I guess, this video, because I got in all of this in like a couple of minutes, and I was like, yeah, I know it's 9 o'clock at night. It's literally dark outside, but I was like, I gotta make this video. I got you. So, yeah. I guess I'm gonna keep going because I don't know, but yeah, I'm not saying like every furry is like this, but most are. You could be a furry that is just doesn't have a sona, doesn't have all that, and you're good. You're fine. I don't care. But when being a furry becomes an identity, and it's not just a hobby anymore. It's an identity of a hobby. When you make a sona, that becomes your, well, not as a person, let's just be honest, not as a person, but you can't say there's another effect on you. Alright? Like, I had a shark sona, and now people think I like fish because I said fish so much. And I'm like, I don't even like fish that much. I don't like fish that much. I don't. If people think I do because I said it so much. So I was like, huh. You know, it just gets me, I just hate it. I just hate it. I fucking hate it. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I get it. I mean, honestly, feel free to just frickin' slander me in the comments. I will read every single one of them. Because, you know, maybe I missed something, maybe I'm wrong, you know, but, I mean, about experience, I'm not trying to say I am right 100%, alright, let's just be honest. But based off of my experience, I could say with, like, what, 85, 95% certainty? I mean, that's, well, not all of it, but you know what I mean? Like, I don't know what to do, man. It's whatever. But, let me be honest, for the channel, I'm going to probably be switching away from the gamers, and I'm not saying I'm not a gamer. Well, kind of, a child of God, not a gamer or a furry. Being a gamer just isn't part of my walk with God, so I'm going to just cut that. You guys can still go on and have the war, I guess, but I don't know. It's just you know, this isn't me. And, yeah. Suppose I should summarize all of that. But, yeah, let's summarize all that. Okay, let's just, so, you know, if being a furry becomes your identity, it's not a choice anymore. Let's just be honest. Alright, let's say you choose to not be a furry anymore. Let's think about things that break habits. These are break habits. If you've gotten a fursuit, you have to somehow live with that thing in your closet, because I know damn well you're not selling that. It is so much fucking money for those things. I mean, you may be, but, you know, especially if you made it yourself. You know, that habits, you gotta sell that. Online profile, you gotta change that shit completely. Your friends will always remember you as that. I can say from experience, that's what they remember me by. I changed my Discord name to, instead of Hydro, it's my actual name. Because I was tired of people, you know, I was tired of being a furry. I was tired of people saying, oh, hi Hydro, hi, so and so, and I'm like, no. it's still, my fucking Discord account is still, it's just like, it's a fucking scar, okay? It is, but yeah. I guess there's another video where I rant with like 10 minutes. Oh, it's been 20 minutes. But yeah, that's what it is, the truth, I guess. Hold on, I need to do something. Hold on. Let me just, Epic, the Holy Bible. Hold on. So many. On the back here. Where is it? I gotta look up the fucking verse, hold on. This is the right verse, right? Chapter 3. Hold on, let's look. Let's swear, just a second. Maybe it's in different translations. I'll check it out. But, basically, 2 Timothy 3:13, chapter 3:13. But evil people who pretend to be what they are not will become worse than ever, as they fool others and are fooled themselves. I wrote that down because I was like, yeah, so, I don't know. I was just looking at it, and I was like, man, you know, it's whatever, man. I ain't trying to be all, oh, you need to go, you need to read the Bible, no, that's not, I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm not trying to convict you, well, kind of, but not like a frickin', if you do this, you'll die, or something, you know. That isn't what I'm trying to do. I'm just trying to say, hey, here's the truth. Follow if you would follow it. If you would like, you know. But if you don't, yeah, it's whatever. You go do you. But I'm gonna do me. Or, I ain't gonna force you. But it's here, you know. And I don't hate you. I won't. You won't bring evil. I don't curse you. I don't say that. I won't say you're dumb or anything. Because, let's be honest, furries are people too. You know, furries, you know, I sin. We all sin. Let me just be honest there. You know, so. We all sin. Okay, you know, at least. There is no at least to it. We all sin. You know, like Jesus died on the cross for all of us, so that we may not take that price. Well, we may not take death. We will take. We will be repent. You know. Yeah. So yeah, that's the gospel. I'm probably gonna be doing Christian content. Many other SCP things, I guess. Might post a few SCP-SL videos, so, it's whatever. Um, God just told me to get this video done because main reason was because I was saying, well, I became not a furry, or I did it. But God, humble, God was saying, yeah, don't take whatever, because it honestly wasn't me, it was him. Let's just be honest. I prayed for it and he answered. So yeah. We're gonna get like so much hate. But thank you for watching to the end. I guess just type in essay. Cause yeah. That's all of it. Thank you for listening to the end. I bet most people won't do that. But yeah. It just sorry if it came off as hate. But that's just my opinion, man. I'm not trying to force it onto you. I mean, I bet there's going to be hundreds of more videos of, like, the entry to being a furry, I'm not trying to steal the spotlight or do anything for views or anything. I'm just trying to go, hey, I used to be a furry. I have experience. This is what I saw. It was normal, pretty much. And I was like, hey, why don't I just tell everybody else about that? Alright? Now, go ahead and comment. Maybe misconceptions, but, the majority of my friends, I can only name one person that, didn't use it as an identity, and all that, it's like, I've seen Reddit posts on the anti-furry, the furry pipeline. It didn't end up to me, and I was just, yeah. I'm gonna just throw the raw footage out there. Yes, it probably will be hate. Yes, blah blah blah. But hey, I've been a furry before, so it isn't just like anti-furry hate, and it's just like, oh, you suck. No. I know for a fact most furries, almost all furries, are good people. They're good people. Okay. Let's just be honest. Don't hate on furries because of this. Don't say such and such. I just want to say the truth. Alright? Now, why attack, why attack evil with evil? It's not the person, it's the sin. I don't get why people don't get that. And that part of my life I'm moving away from, because I don't want to be furry, I don't want to stay, I also don't want to be a gamer, because, whatever. I just want to do a lucky job, I'm going to start doing Christian content, or, I don't know, whatever I feel like it when I'm in the suit. So, yeah, thank you for staying to the end. I'll read your comments. Yeah, try to be constructive. I know I was a little That's okay. You can criticize me on that too. I don't care what you say about me. But I'll try and read it and respond to my best of my ability, I guess. So yeah. Right. Probably, yeah, I'm gonna make like an outro and shit. But yeah, kaboom.